Hello friends, my name is Theo, and today in this exciting Meissner Media celebration video, we are going to be doing a setup tour because a lot of people have asked for it, and I thought that would be a good celebration thing. So without further ado, let's get into this. So first, big wide panning shot. You see general overview, bed, workstation, piano, audio gear, your main setup stuff, bookshelf, practice pad, and then over here is the closet slash server room. Now, I build my own computers because I'm a snob, and when I was first doing them for a long time, I was trying really hard to get them as silent as possible because I did a lot of audio stuff. I was buying expensive fans and water cooling and all sorts of mumbo jumbo. But then I realized way too late that if I just moved into a different room, that would silence them for me, and then I could keep the fans, on high and keep everything running nice and cool. Everything would be awesome. So that's why they're in this closet here. And another fun fact, Alexa, turn on server room light. Whoa! So, in here you can see I've got a little light prepared. This is the main workstation. Up here we've got I believe a 6-core i7, 12 threads, 64 gigs of RAM, EVGA GTX 960, Radeon 96 or 6950. Gigabyte, I believe. I forget which card that is. I think it's a 670. But then the interesting part is you see this bundle of cables here actually goes to actually comes from a RAID card, which goes to 2 solid state hard drives in RAID 0, and then down here is a big array of drives, my main working drive, and that is in RAID 5. So I think there's 5 drives in RAID 5 there, 2 drives in RAID 0, and then I've got this other drive up here, which is just a little backup, and then a Blu-ray burner up there. See, I've got 2 power supplies because I'm a jerk. I've got an extra fan down here in case I need some extra stuff for when things happen. And then another interesting thing is you see this funny looking card hiding between these 2 graphics cards is actually a 10 gigabit Ethernet card. So what that does is it allows me to have a huge fast tunnel that goes from this computer all the way around to the server. So in here you can see I've got this big fan in there because the fan on the graphics card died, and since it's a server and I basically never use a monitor on it, graphics card doesn't really matter. I've got another i7 in there, an older version. This is basically my old workstation. Goodness, I think it's 16 gigs of RAM in there. Big, fat, nasty RAID card right there, which goes to a big array of drives, which I think total is 24 terabytes. So I've got drives in there, and then also drives in here, and then a little solid-state drive for the boot. And up here is, I guess, the terminal or whatever you'd call it, PS2 keyboard or mouse. Got this old MacBook, which I use to transcode videos to ProRes if I need that. There is a way to do it on Windows, but if you have an old MacBook, then you might as well just do this. So you can come out of Premiere in Cineform and then just transcode it. It's not that bad. And that also holds the server part of my Cinema 4D render farm. So that, and then that is a client, and that's a client, and then I've got 2 other laptops elsewhere that are clients. So then also, very important thing for computer setups is these UPSs down here. And what these do, if you don't know about them, you need to get one right now because they will save your butt, is they are a battery backup. So if your power goes out, then this will kick on and keep you running for another, 10 or 20 minutes. So you don't want to be running on them, but it gives you plenty of time to save your projects and close. So got one there for the main workstation. Got another one over here for the server. So I think that's about it for the server room. Got spare old components and networking stuff up here that, is totally organized. Up here I got this jank hole cut out where I can vent hot air out of here because it gets super hot. And this is what the other side of the server room looks like with the fans. Printer, boxes that I'm too much of a hoarder to throw away. Alright, then coming out here in a little more detail. Close that so it's not as noisy. Got the toaster there. Some external hard drives. This is a big old USB 3 hub that goes to the workstation. which has plenty of bandwidth for, any of the drives I've got in there, especially if I'm just transferring, a little bit at a time. SD card reader, glasses, project, recorder, because you never know if you need to bust out those sick Celtic beats. Here's TV I got for free, monitor I got for free, monitor I got for Christmas, monitor I got for a mouse, and monitor I got for free. Back here I have a USB 2 hub for, peripherals that I need, like keyboard, mouse, other various things like that. This is a little drum pad that I basically just use as a coaster. Shure SRH 940 headphones, which I've had forever and have obviously seen some abuse, but great headphones. If you're going to college, if you're like a youngin', these are I bought them right before I went to college, and they were such a good purchase because they block out a lot of noise. It's good to have some peace and quiet. Adam A7X speakers, which are incredible, which I got for doing a video. And then 11 rack for guitar stuff, power conditioner, preamp I made in school. Focusrite 18i20 audio interface, which is great. Best audio interface I've ever owned. Highly recommend. I assume anything from this line is fine too. This is an old Focusrite interface I have that the FireWire broke, so now I use SPDIF out and get an extra 2 channels from there into here, which is nice, so 10 channels total. Got this little XLR 1/4-inch combo thing, which lets me plug in whatever I need right up here. Little compressor, receiver for powering surround sound whenever the clients want something bumping. Lava lamp. Down here is a little guitar amp in case I need this. A bundle of cables which I need to organize from the patch bay. Then down here we've got a patch bay. So if you're not an audio guy, just know this is like the best thing ever. So the signal path for my voiceover, for instance, the microphone comes in here, which gets routed to here. Take it out of here, and that goes into the preamp, which is this guy, out of the preamp, into the compressor, which is this guy, out of the compressor, and then into the interface. So then if I want to change anything around it, like use the compressor for something else or the preamp for something else, lots of times I'll use that preamp on acoustic guitar or something because it's really nice. Then instead of going behind this, which is a mess, and trying to switch things around, I can just plug things in different here. Also, I got this little guitar over here. Nice. Which was the first guitar I ever bought because I told myself I was never going to learn guitar if I didn't have one. So I went on eBay and searched for broken guitar and got this guy for 80 bucks. This headstock was completely off, so I put some nails through it and Gorilla Glued it, and it broke like 2 or 3 more times. But now I think I finally got it down, and it works, and it sounds good, and I like it, and it's got some character, and that sounds good. Also got the Amazon Echo over here because that's great, and that's routed into the back of this guy so it can play music out of the nice speakers. And you can definitely tell that it's not the best audio circuitry in there when you listen through nice speakers, but it's good enough for listening to comedy or if you just hanging out, it's good enough. Here is all the cables coming from the server, a little subwoofer, once again from the clients want it bumping, a little Wacom Bamboo, Corsair M95 I think, Corsair K90, great little keyboard. Over here I forgot to show, this is the umbilical cord from my computers. So this is from the computers. This is like a 28 channel snake, I believe. 24 inputs and 4 outputs. This is the book of knowledge where all the drum exercises from high school are in case you ever need that. Machete, because everyone needs a machete nearby. Pile of drumsticks, practice pads, etc. Craigslist piano, which is in the process of being tuned, but can still jam pretty hard. Measuring tape, because I was measuring some crap earlier. Pegboards. If you are a filmmaker, you need pegboards. Look at how easy it is to find all my cables, all the different kinds of things I need. Even if you don't use them for tools, cables, incredible. Oh my goodness. Bookshelf. To make people think that I'm really smart, which is important, because people pay you more and they think you're smart. Also, inspirational posters. 48 Laws of Power with Theo's additional 49th law added. The script from the best monologue of the best scene of TV ever. And another motivational poster. Now a closer look on the workstation area, which is always just a complete travesty. electronics components, other things. Not very interesting over here. Sewing machine. Here's a laptop, oscilloscope, battery. Here's some more guitars because, you know, guitars are cool. And some fencing stuff because, you know, you gotta have hobbies. Also, alright, so I hope you enjoyed that little tour of the setup. Hope it was everything you imagined it would be and more. If you've got any questions, ask them down in the comments and I may or may not respond. We'll see if they're smart questions or not. If I don't respond, that doesn't mean it's a dumb question, but, you know, sometimes I just got better things to do. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. No matter what, leave your feelings down in the comments below. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the Mr. Media YouTube channel and definitely be sure to ring that little bell because apparently that's important now and you won't get notified if you don't. And why are you subscribing if you're not wanting to get notified? Because tutorials are important and they make you smarter, or at least make you think that you're smarter. Also be sure to share this video with your friends if you think that setups are cool or not cool. You know, I know that I don't have the conventional, you know, MacBook Air and cinema display with minimalistic setup. I've got a very Theo-ish setup here. I'm rambling now, so once again, I've been Theo with Mr. Media. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye! Bonus thing. This is a piece of wood that I was working on when I cut my fingers off. So, you know, that's a good little motivational thing to not be dumb.